And so it begins. This is the layout of a Nashville pickguard with its dimensions. So what I need to do is to be able to scope out on my red pickguard this position, get this drill jig taped to it, and then using the router to carve this out nicely and drill the two holes, which are also nicely put in there. The pickup is going to be this matching Wilkinson Alnico 5 pickup, which fits perfectly in that drill jig. So if I can get it right, that'll look pretty sweet. And then I have to map this hole onto the body using the pickguard, drill that out, and then like I did with the Lix Pro, get the body cutout router jig done so that they'll all match up. And that's mechanically what needs to be done. Electrically, what I have right now is a two pickup situation with the humbucker and the standard Wilkinson. Oh no, it's a Dawnless. I'm sorry, it's a Dawnless Alnico. And I'm going to put a Wilkinson Alnico in the center, so it's going to be converted to this drawing like that. So I'll still have the Dawnless, put in the new one, have the Vanson 59 remain, put in a new 5-way switch, and I think I have to do something with these switches. I'm not sure I have them in there as it is. Let me see. No. I also have to change the pots because right now I have one push-pull and a standard volume. And so what's going to happen now is I'm going to have two push-pulls. And this one is going to split the bridge, and this one is going to give me the Gilmore function, which allows me to have these two on in parallel like I did on the Lix Pro Nashi. So that's the electrical plan. And this time I have a plan, so maybe I won't screw stuff up as badly as I did when I didn't have a plan. All right, time to get the guitar and start some disassembly and start working on the you know, it breaks my heart to have to take all this nice work apart. But we're going to put it all back together with more nice work. That's what I have to keep telling myself. You're going to make it better. I didn't have a shim in this neck. And it played okay. Alrighty. That's stuck under there now? Nope. I'm going to be able to pull it out. There we go. All right. So first this, then that. See, luckily this was already routed for as big as a humbucker, so that one was a no-brainer. I'm going to have to do a little bit of cleaning. Now I bought some made in Korea stainless steel saddles that I wanted to replace these with, and I bought 52.5, which I thought this was, but it's not. It's the 54. So luckily I can make another order and have it in here by the time I need to do that, I think tomorrow. Actually, these will work. There'll just be a tiny little space between them, because we're talking about, you know, 2 millimeters over the whole distance. We'll see. We'll see. So on the next deli, I'm gonna make sure that it's 54 for sure, because the Donner Sunburst. Oh, there's still a tiny little sticker on this. Oh, that's the Dawnless name. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. I like this pickup. This pickup is really good. All right, body aside, we have to start disassembling this. Alrighty, so they have a spec of 18.4 millimeters, which of course you can't measure with something like this. So I had to choose either 18 or 19. I chose 18 because I want the middle to be a little bit closer to the bridge area for more of that snap sound by a millimeter. Now, the distance up here I couldn't really work with because they expected a standard pickup. So I just went with the same hole spacing for the humbucker is the same as the single coil. And I drew lines down as perpendicular as I thought I could get it. Now if I have to line this up at the bottom of this pickup here, which is 18 millimeters up from the bottom there, I should be able to line up those two lines and try to get it as straight as possible. And they, oh geez, I got it. It's down the center of both holes, and the bottom is right on that line. Now, do I want it right on the line, or do I want it just above the line? Let me think. I think they have it right on the line, so I'm just going to draw it right there on the line, like that. That won't penetrate all the way down there, so that will have to be, I guess, done with a bit. So realistically then, this ought to be where the pickup should go. Yay, yay, yay. Well, that didn't seem too hard. I just have to think about it to make sure, because once I drill this, yeah, it's a done. Okay, it looks like we've got to get the Forstner bits out and drill out as much of this internal material as I can before getting out the router stuff and sticking this all together and making some holes. The drilling turned out rather successfully, I think, and the router bit should be able to take care of the rest of that, which now I have to put my little jiggy thing together and find all the stuff and get on it. Stand by. Okay, it's ready for the router. I used a really flat, double-sided for the jig, and I used the thicker alien tape to be able to stick it to the wood, because I was going to use the pickguard screws. However, this one here was right over the end of the jig and I didn't want to do it, so I thought I'm going to use alien, and that's going to be strong enough and give me my distance that I want. So, off to the router. I think it worked out pretty good. Now all I got to do is get the holes in there for the pickup screws. And I'm going to do that with a drill bit, still using this jig on that table back there. Alright, I used the drill press to be very precise, and I think it turned out bloody marvelous. Just bloody marvelous. Just have to take all this tape apart now. I'm going to give this a little bit of a buffing before I put everything back on it. But first, we got to use it as a template to map out the body, because we still have a routing job to do with the other template. Boom. Okay, don't need this anymore. I'm gonna get the body and put that back on.